Ceci? Look how everyone is calling Ceci now Ceci instead of Ceci or
It's
Cecilia, which would be correct. Ceci. It's Ceci. Is because it's Cecilia, right?
Yeah.
Not
Right.
Ceci.
Yeah, GM, everyone. How's everything?
Good. I
Wonderful.
may have to switch
Ah,
some mobile. We'll see. I'm waiting on a car to be. I have to go pick up. So
Cool.
okay. Should we
Hey.
start? Should we start this call?
oh, we're live. Let's
Okay.
go.
You're right. We're live. Oh man,
Everybody.
I can't, but that's okay. Hi, Jilt. Hi, Danny, by the way. Hi, guys. Okay, so we have an agenda for today, as per usual. And in accordance to my stoicism, we will go by the agenda. To no one's surprise, probably. Okay, so the first one on my agenda is actually Jilt, because Jilt has been building something and is eager to show you, or us, because I haven't seen it either, what she is building. So, Jilt, take it away. Floor is yours.
I have not finished the tool, so what I can show you is what I've been building on the Near protocol. 3 years ago, I created this video game which had mechanic that used some NFTs, and I am graduated in art. Okay, I am an art blogger. Okay, and so basically I used a part. I am a creative person. Okay, so when I do something, and I love open source. The reason why I know how to code is because of Linux and open source. Okay, so when I finished my work for the Near protocol, I realized that I had done a piece of work that could be useful for many creative people on the Near protocol, which was enabling the unlockables on NFTs. So I basically created this API to unlock content for NFT collector. Okay, and yeah, that was what I have done, and it's what you can see running, and I can send you the link for that, which is this is the video game, and the API is this one. Okay. Yeah, I labeled that for gaming because I created a video game, But I have done. I am graduated in art, as I told you. Actually, the thing that I was saying before at the last call with Ceci is a total different thing, and it's for that one I can send you the repo if you want, and I really would like you to watch. To have a check for the repo, because in particular what Stella has said in the last call, that is very complicated. And yes, it's complicated. I agree. Yeah, when I was creating the Varda game, I was actually in a DAO that was called Human Guild DAO, and was
Yeah, I know about that.
sorry.
Yeah, I said I know about the human guild DAO. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, and actually, I've been active part of the DAO for a while. Okay, and I also created their metaverse parcel. I was okay. I've done a lot of stuff with the Human Guild DAO, and yeah, basically, I have experience of DAOs, and I created this project, which is the DAOverse. It is a metaverse created to sustain a DAO. So every parcel, every room, which is a parcel, every room in the metaverse can be bought as a own, and the idea is that the DAO sustain itself. Yeah, no, it does. Let me launch the because there is uh, there is a server, because there is a live chat in the metaverse, and you can personalize, customize your avatar and all of that. And so there is, okay, let me just launch the server so that we can interact. Eventually, you can interact in the DAO.
Okay, but also, Jill, take it easy. Take it easy. I feel you're very unrelaxed right now, and you saw what's doing it to me, right? There's no reason to be so nervous. Like this is like literally.
I just want to tell you what the project is. The demo is not working at the moment because it's
Because the server is not live.
yeah, exactly.
That's
but
fine.
all the code is there,
Just
and I think there is also a
breathe.
video explanation. Anyways,
We're all just like, breathe, Jill. It's okay. Take it easy. We have time. We're listening.
The idea is that the DAO sustain itself by selling the rooms, and the groups, the communities that have the rooms can ask for funding to the DAO, and can rent the room to other communities if they want, in order for the other communities to ask for funding for the DAO. And also, if you read in the description, there is one thing that I wasn't able to do in the Human Guild DAO, but it's a very smart thing. It's exactly what I am trying to do with this tool that I am building, and it's basically to allow people that rent or own the room
through NFTs.
Yes, the rooms are NFTs, and they can buy stuff, furniture, and tools to put inside the room, and those tools are 3D based on 3.js. I don't know if you know 3.js. It's
I do.
So, yeah,
I do. Our partnership dude knows. Tommy, I think Danny probably knows. Are good.
And, basically, with those tools, I can integrate DeFi bots, DeFi trading bots, lending bots, arbitrage bots, and there are tons of them. Okay, now there are like I know at least 10 APIs that I'm working on Notebook LLM to extrapolate a good tool. Okay, and those tools are useful even when even if the DAO doesn't give you the funds. If you rented the room, you can use the tools, the DeFi tools, and you can fund your project using those DeFi tools enabled by the metaverse parcel, and it's all written in the GitHub description. So okay.
Okay. I think I got the gist of what you were trying to tell us. Let's see if I got it. Okay, let's see if I understood correctly. So you built this DAO inspired metaverse. In this metaverse, people or DAOs, communities, can get their own rooms, right? Every room is an NFT. And then if they want to generate funding, for example, for their own project, right? They could connect their NFT and utilize it in a DeFi protocol. So let's say you would connect something like Aave protocol or any other open source, easy connectable API powered DeFi protocol. But the problem here is, I think, two things. So if you were to do this with bots, I think you would probably end up creating a huge trust issue. I think. because most people who run bots are very professional traders and they like to run their own bots and not rely on other people's bots. So
Yes,
that's one thing that I would be careful about, right? The other thing, so it's better maybe to use, like you said, right? In the second step, you said using an API. So use an API of, for example, I think Kraken also has a good API, right? There's a ton of them. You were right. So like use something that people know of, that they feel they can trust and rely on. I think this is key. And then the other part is like, what would be the dynamic and the tokenomics essentially behind that, right? So that's something
people
that
trust.
I completely
Velocity.
not the trust part, but this is like the DeFi dynamics behind this. So what would be the tokenomics that generate, I want to say, trade or yield, right? So let's say Stella has her own
Yes.
room, okay? And I made it all pink
Yeah.
and plushy. And now other people want to reserve that room to have their virtual karaoke party in this pink and plushy room, okay? So then I would rent it to them. And while that NFT is rented, what would be the dynamics to generate yield from that? That's my question.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, and that's I know that that's the point that is not clear in the project. So you're right. Basically,
good. Okay.
inside the metaverse, there is a marketplace that is a furniture marketplace, and each piece of furniture is an NFT. Inside those NFTs, you can put, but they are also JavaScript, 3.js objects.
Got you.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are light and they work in web browser, right? That's the idea.
So the person that builds, that owns the room, goes and takes the television, okay, and puts a lot of chairs because all his friends are gonna come to the party and watch a movie together. In the television, there is a web stream. We can put a web stream in the television, for example, and everyone watches together and chats. Okay, there is only in the MVP there is only text chat, not voice chat, but the WebSocket server can handle also the voice chat. And basically, while inside the furniture piece, we can put the bot. So a person can interact with the piece and activate the bot. Can I, for example, we put a vending machine, a 3D vending machine object, and the person that touch the vending machine can, the avatar that is in front of the vending machine can activate the bot. This was my idea.
Interesting. I mean, it reminds me a little bit, not in its entirety, because you definitely have a different approach here altogether, but it reminds me a little bit of Nifty Island, of the good days of Nifty Island. I don't know if anyone else here was a fan of that, but I certainly was deeply into it. And I mean,
I remember that.
you know that one? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, maybe a good one to look at because they actually made it work, right? So they started with several NFT collections that are supposed to be items that you can use now in that metaverse, which is cool. And instead of like rooms, right, they have like all of these separate islands that you can have. And I think maybe look at some of their dynamics because they actually pushed away from some of the things that you said that they originally wanted to do, and then they pivoted. So I think I want to assume there was reason for pivoting, right? And the bot approach, be really careful with the bot approach because not a lot of people trust bots anymore for various reasons, unless they're running them themselves. That's a different story, right? But I also see Partnership Dude has something to add, so please add.
Yeah, please speak.
Yo, dude, I must comment what you're building and I love it. That stuff. I have a few things to add. Do you know about I'm trying to remember the name of this application, right? If you know, if you remember the name, just let me know. where um, ordinary users like myself, like you, can come launch a game just by putting a prompt. And my friends get to play these games, and I get rewards for doing that. Have you come across something like that?
You talking about strawberry computing on Twitter?
Not exactly. Yeah, yeah, I saw it on Twitter, but it's not on Twitter, right? So it's I'm trying to remember the name so hard. So what I was trying to reference there was they took a simple part of gaming and made it very attractive. So what they did was they made it easier for users like me, Stella, Ceci, to launch games on sports, and their friends play these games. And the more their friends play these games and compete for the leaderboards, they get rewarded. It's more like a social network for games, right? So they built out a social network for games. I'm trying to remember the name. Once I remember the name, I'm going to send it to you so that you're going to look it out. So the point why I'm trying to bring this to light is that they took just one
Oh
component.
gosh, I just
They did-
lost you.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can. But I think I lost you when you said people play games together and you launch your game and you play the game with your friends.
Good. And by that, um I get to people can compete on my game, on my leaderboard. I get to get more rewards and stuff like that. The point why I brought this up was that they took just one part of game and made it look so attractive. Like the idea of knowing that I could just come on there and prompt out, okay, give me a game where there are green apples eating green snakes, and you get to cross a river to do this and this, and it gives me that game instantly, and I can launch it on the application, and people can play it, compete. The more they compete, the more I get rewarded on the application, right? They just made one aspect of the gaming look cool. You made a mention about a lot of things in Vada, and why it's commendable, I feel you should just narrow down on one aspect and make it look so attractive that anyone who wants to, like, who plays the game wants to keep playing the game, right? So it's something
Yeah.
I usually advise my friends and those who are building games or applications. This is not a bad idea, but once you have a lot of ideas, like you said, this is my own. I heard you mention like three times. You said this is my own idea, which I added. This is my own. Like once you can't separate multiple ideas coming to your head, you feel like you
Yes.
need to add everything, but ideally you don't need to, right? So my point is, this is a good work. At your own private time, you can think about, okay, look, I want to make this future look so attractive and narrow down on it, not trying to do this, do this, do this. At the end of
I
the day,
understand. I understand. So
exactly.
you said you focus on making people. Yes, that's the video.
Okay.
Yeah, I explain how to change the avatar, how to move the furniture, etc.
But hope you get the point. I mean, this is beautiful, Jules. But that was my feedback
Yeah,
on that.
yeah, I get the point, and I think from a marketing point of view, you're absolutely right. But what I was trying to do with this game, what you see, there is a prompt, there is a monitor over there. At
Yeah.
yeah, that one was built for the bot.
Okay.
On the right, there is this standing monitor. Yeah, that one. That one is there for the. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, is that it's for DAOs. Okay, it's for DAO, and a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. It's so complicated, and it needs to be because people needs to understand their project and needs to talk with each other, and it's. So this place, this metaverse, is built to be complicated, and from a certain point of view, I can understand what you mean because people don't go in these games to do because they want to do easy stuff, you know. And if you look at the Varda game that I was able to do is easy. It's not that this complicated, but. in a way, this one has been built to be complicated because it's for DAOs. Yeah, this is the avatar customization.
Okay,
Cool.
this is pretty.
So you're using the Ready Player Me plugin for this one?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, nice, because it's been integrated on a lot of apps, so people can just use their avatar that they already have and put it in your metaverse. Is really good.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. There is I don't know if we passed it, but there should be a demonstration of the marketplace of the marketplace for the furniture. But you know, I already I already explained that to you. So yeah, next
So here,
version of the marketplace, because there is web interface is done in 3D.
which one? Which one is the marketplace? If I go
Uh,
there,
yes. Okay. If you go there, there is the not the lobby, not the home button. Okay. The password should be Daoverse, and this should be gated, like all caps Daoverse. And this is it's an imitation of the gates of doesn't load.
yeah, no, it
Uh,
doesn't. I cannot enter. But
t-
I get everything like all
it's
dancey
dancing. When
suddenly.
you click music, it dance. It's a an example for saying that the avatar can do action. You can. Oh, I'm sorry, you cannot see the. Anyways, there is the marketplace, and
I believe you. This looks really good, and also it loads very fast because you've been not using the actual mesh objects, but you've been using the 3D library. So that's really good. Yeah, I think the only thing just to mediate between the two of you, because what Partnership Dude said is very right. Yeah, I cannot fight him on this, because in the end, what do you want as an artist, right? As a creator of something like this, you want to self-sustain and have fun with your work, right? That's like your primary goal. And while I'm an idealist, so I agree with everything else that you said. People need to they need to understand the importance of this, right? I'm 100% with you. But the problem is, before you have the freedom to teach people more about this, you need to hook them on something that they find attractive and sexy, and that guarantees you're being cared for. You make revenue, right? So I've been endorsing this a lot this year in the DAO, trying to instill this, because I think that's the primary goal also for any open source tech. What we want is people to build on top of our shit. Yes, we will get a 1% fee if you sell something on it. Not getting rich on top of this. But we can help guarantee that more individuals can self-sustain and fund themselves. And I think that's a very good goal to have. So I think you as a creator, because my background is also design, so I'm very much with you on a lot of things, but I think Partnership do this right. Use what you've already built, abstract it down to something that can be very easy to access and guarantees you a lot of users, that self-sustains you, that makes you have revenue so that you don't have to worry. I mean, maybe you're a rich princess, so I don't know, maybe you don't have to worry about this, right? Maybe I'm totally off here. But in case you're not, in case you're just a normal creator like me, then think about that first. Think about one simple product from everything that you've built. Think about the one thing that people really engaged with. Break that down, and I'm sure Partnership Dude wouldn't mind, giving you interim feedback, because he definitely has a business sense for shit. So ask him, make use of him, since he already so nicely offered it today. And
Hit me up. I mean, hit me up. I'm down to interact. So yeah.
see,
Thank you.
I think. Thank you. So, do that first, because the truth with DAOs is, and I had this call just 2 hours ago with one of my favorite DAOists in the space, Trix, who's also an extended part of Unlock DAO. And he runs the weekly Let's Talk DAOs call on Twitter, right? And is trying to expand it. But the truth is we're niche crazy people, right? Also had this conversation with Ceci today in our first call. Like, we love this because we know that there is inherent value, long-term value in all of this. But the problem is that the largest amount of societies in the world doesn't yet realize that. They don't even know we exist. They don't even know we're having these calls, right? And sometimes it's good to, put that truth in front of your face, to go back down to earth level and be like, okay, let's secure revenue first. Once I have the revenue, let's build on passion.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this year I left the decentralized world for a while because my blog suddenly exploded. Not from a follower's point of view, but I started to make a living on my blogs. For some
Good.
months, I didn't think about it. So I'm just
Yeah.
like rediscovering.
Yeah,
what
and please, keep sharing your ideas. And whenever also you need help, like I have this a lot with another friend of mine who is also part of Unlock DAO, Anupa. Has been working with me on the ambassador program. And she has this too. She has like a lot of ideas, right? And then like we made this deal that I keep pulling her back down to earth, so she can focus on the here and now and actually move like productively forward. So she eventually gets somewhere, right? Because that's the danger. You have all of these beautiful ideas and none of them are bad. The problem is just you're one human. And for all of your ideas to materialize, you would probably need 3 teams of people that work with you on these ideas.
Yes.
So like, take it easy, focus on one, break it really nicely down, like Partnership Dude says, and make use of this community. Like, we're super happy to help and support. I know Danny is very familiar with Unlock Protocol as a community developer and as a steward. He's been using the protocol in several applications. There's Julian. He's not here today, sadly, to listen to all of this, but he is going to help if he can, if he has time. Like, he's always trying to answer questions in the chat. So make use of this community. We're definitely along for the ride to see like what amazing shit you can build. Okay.
I just do the repo. If you want to open a ticket on GitHub, like an issue, you open an issue and you say what you want to say. We can interact that. If you interact in that way, if you want to collaborate and maybe create something with the DAOverse, I will respond you on GitHub. Okay? If you want.
Still, if you want, why don't you open up a forum thread so that we all can follow up on what you guys are talking about? Because maybe there's more than one person who has interest. And maybe just open a forum thread on the Discord DAO forum. Do you see this? It says like DAO forum. Just open your own thread, call it DAOverse, and then maybe you get more than one response, and maybe you get more value.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, Jude, are you talking to me?
Yes, she was talking to you.
I didn't hear my name. I'm so sorry. Like, I got lost in thoughts for like the last 10 seconds. I was thinking about something else, right? And I didn't know when you mentioned my name. So, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry.
No, like Stella already said.
How dare you?
I'm so sorry. I apologize. It's not gonna repeat itself again. I will be fully present whenever I'm on call with you. This is gonna be the last time. It's not gonna happen again. So yeah, like Stella already said, open the forum thread on Discord so that we can all chime in our ideas there, right? That way it works better for us. Because if you ask me to send you a collaboration request on GitHub and we chat
it
there,
gets lost.
You get lost one,
and
it's not easily tracked because I have a lot on my hands too as well, right? So
yeah.
Exactly. You just hit it in, and I'm right there.
Okay, guys. So let me actually move on. Thank you, Jill, for sharing all of what you're doing. let's move on in the agenda because we still have 2 more things, I think. So one is Malika is here. Hi, Malika. Malika and Luis have been working since the hackathon in Rwanda that Danny was also part of on a community dashboard. These are like is a coexistence dashboard with what Partnership Dude has been building. And a Partnership Dude, maybe put the link here in the chat again. I've linked it everywhere, but it doesn't, I think it's never bad to over advertise, is it? So feel free to do that. It's a governance dashboard that Partnership Dude and his company have been building, and Unlock is part of that. But Malika and Luis and we've been doctoring around on a custom dashboard that is built on the hackathon entry, which was really cool. So truth be told, we had some confusions today. And I've been a little bit late on everything, so I would like to push it off until next week, to be honest. So sorry for that. But in the meantime, why don't you use unlock.dgov.ai to make sure you delegate your voting tokens, to make sure and you perform your duties as a citizen of Unlock, right? Because there's also another little mishap that happened that I should probably tell you about.
Okay.
Oh my God, sometimes. No, this is nothing about DGov. This is about us as stewards. We've been miscommunicating. And so Andrew, our steward for finance, created a proposal that doesn't come with an execution thread. So it's essentially an empty proposal. Yeah, so he redid it, and the vote goes online in 4 days again. Sorry for that, guys. So you have to vote twice now. But you can vote twice in favor. So the first proposal is not going to release any funds or anything. The second proposal will release the funds, right? So please make sure to vote on that shit. I'm sorry, it went a little bit AWOL here, but that happens to all of us at some point. It has happened to me before. Now it happened to Andrew. I think it even happened to Sissy at one point. Or am I wrong? I think it happened.
Totally. It happens to everybody. So yeah. At least we saw it earlier than later. So yeah. At least 4 days is not so bad, the 2 weeks. But
True.
yeah, please vote. We have 2 proposals up on Tally for voting, so please.
And DGov. And on DGov.
Yeah.
Tally and on DGov.
Yeah, using DGov.
All right. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, Malika. I would understand if you want to leave now again, but also please stay if you feel like it. And then I make sure I watch the video that Luis just sent me, but I had another call before this call, and so I couldn't watch the video to, make sure the confusion goes away. So apologies for that, but we will definitely get to it next week. In the meantime, I have some updates actually on my conversations with the different chains that I've been talking to, thanks to Kara and to Danny. So I think actually Danny introduced me to the Lisk people. So he opened a code chat on Telegram. I've been responding to that, but haven't yet heard back from Santiago because he already told me that he will probably only respond next week. So I just ping him next Monday again, be like, yo, have you read this? Because otherwise this is just Web3 and people just get overly busy with other shit and they forget. But let's see, because Lisk is built essentially on the OP stack, as far as I understood, and meaning that should be a fairly simple integration. But you guys already know the rules given by Julian, aka Dev Team, which is let's find at least 5 projects and hopefully including the actual chain to use Unlock Protocol, because that's what's been really missing. If you look throughout the space, and I'm not just, talking about event ticketing or something like this, like even with calls, like how many community calls do you see happen on decentralized call stuff like Huddle, right? Most are still happening on Zoom, on Google Meet, right? So what are we then here for? If we are not supporting each other's technology that we clearly do understand why it values and matters, right? then what the fuck are we doing here? It doesn't make any sense, right? Especially when it's like free and accessible. Like, makes no sense. So one more time, also my encouragement to all of you. I know a lot of you are already committed to this, but one more time, the encouragement, like, try and steer people away from web tooling, especially as it's becoming more and more decentralized and more centralized, and more like the power falls into a few hands. This is not benefiting us at all. Let's try and support decentralized tech, because that's sign up for this stuff. Like, what's wrong with everyone? So anyways, moving on. I'm also talking to I'm talking to the Unichain people, thanks to Kara. That has not moved strongly forward, but I hope it's going to move forward a little bit more at end of this week. Then I'm talking more intensively to the Rari chain people. So Rari Foundation and Rarible, to be precise. And Jonathan was just woven into that conversation, who has been long-term with Rarible, actually knows Julian. So that was cool. And yeah, just, told him that we moved to 100% DAO operations throughout the last year. And I gave him an idea, very similar actually to what Jill suggested in our previous call, basically a Patreon type of system, because it makes sense for their platform, right? They have probably the same problem that every platform has, which is like not enough transactions, not enough like use. Why is that? It's because an artist cannot launch a freaking art collection every 5 seconds. Because guess what? We might be able to do that, but maybe we really don't want to do that, right? Maybe we want to take our time to come up with cool stuff. So that's something that needs to be respected. But what if artists could build their communities on Rari Chain, right? That would be an entirely different story. And they could do it essentially with membership NFTs powered by Unlock Protocol, use, the event stuff from Unlock Protocol. And if we integrate with Rari Chain, it would mean they could do it all on their own chain, which I think would be super dope for them. So I don't know. No one has responded yet, because this is Web3. Either people respond immediately or they respond in 2 weeks. I will give them a nudge at the end of this week. But for now, at least the Rari Foundation woman, Anna, I think her name is Anna. I'm not messing this up. Yeah, Anna, she was pretty excited about this. So let's see how it goes. And then the last one, there's one more I'm talking to. Damn it. It's been a lot, guys. It's been a lot. Who?
Starknet?
Yes, Starknet. Yes, you're right. Starknet. So Sultan came back to me actually exactly this morning, because she had some additional questions. I was always happy to help with those. And so she asked me, let me tell you guys what she did ask me. Okay. So she asked me essentially, or wanted to double check. So I sent her a deck and I sent her like a brief explanation again, so she could forward it to her team. And she asked, so now we're organizing our events on Luma and we'll be able to allow people to register for our events on Unlock and get an NFT as their ticket, right? Is it okay if it's a free event? I told her, yes, right? We can also send out NFTs to our online course graduates and they can share them on social site LinkedIn too. I said, yes and yes. We can also create a membership for our graduates or hackathon winners or something like this. They can hold an NFT and become a community member and have an on-chain record of this. I'm like, yes and yes. Once Darknet is integrated with Unlock, we can achieve all this and this won't have a cost. But for example, if the course or event is paid, Unlock will take a percentage of the ticket sales. Is this correct? I said, technically no cost, right? But of course, you need to pay the gas fees for launching a contract, obviously. And yes, if you sell something that's paid, the protocol cashes in an incredible 1% fee. So yes. And to get Starknet integrated with Unlock, we will need to connect with you with at least 3 of our ecosystem startups who will be constantly using Unlock for ticket sales or event sales. And so I answered that last question saying, to get an integration running, ideally, we'll have 5+ projects who will start using Unlock instead of, for example, Luma. The idea here is that we bring more transactions to your chain and grow the ecosystem in a sensible way. Does it really make sense with cool open source and easy to use dApps to use Luma? If we're being honest, not really, because it's not really brand aligned. As for the integration, since Darknet might be a bit more work than, let's say, Lisk, was a convenient example, a grant would be very helpful to get the integration done and have some buffer for maintenance. So, and oh, she already responded. Guys, you're live here. Oh, Stella, thank you so much for the detailed response. Oh, Stella, no one ever says this to me. Stella, like it.
Oh, Stella.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, Starknet can be a bit harder to integrate compared to other EVM compatible chains, right? So this I already knew because Julian already told me. Let me send a message and deck to my team today and get your response soon. That sounds promising. Okay. Perfect. So what's happening on the chat in the meantime? Jill is saying on Starknet, my wallet pays gas most of the time. Yeah. I just graduated as a developer with honor, by the way. Oh, that's cool. Congratulations. Okay. On Starknet, congrats. Okay, cool. Well, anyway, that's on the partnership side, I guess. Just wanted to give you an update because I had so much back and forth with all of them and figured I should share that before I forget about all of it. Not just kidding. I'm not forgetting about it. Okay.
Stella, thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Kara, for introducing. Thank you, Danny, introducing.
No,
What?
I mean, it is helpful. I was just making a joke based on your email response. Yeah, but it's okay.
Okay.
You said no one ever
You're
says
making
that.
fun of me? What? You're so mean. Off. Okay.
I'm not mean.
Oh no, it's here, right? Is it here? I never know where the emoji goes. Does it go here?
Yes.
Is this it? It's
Yes.
so confusing, isn't it? Because for me it shows here. Well, okay, never mind. Okay. Anyways, I think there was something else I wanted to tell you guys, but what the hell ever. It's okay. Oh, actually, Ceci, don't run away. Just figured we should probably get a check on the Metopia before you all rush in your well-deserved evening. So Ceci had a really cool project coming on. This is the Discord thread if you want to check it out. Called Metopia, and they proposed a very good proposal. So I think maybe take a look at this and comment today, because if no one is really in disagreement with this, I think we can move with this forward quite steadily and swiftly, and maybe, just maybe, align it with the whole Rise Up Morning Show stuff, which should give us a bunch of traction. And hopefully also raise our token up a little bit. I know it's a governance token, but what happened last week really made me very sad. So, and I know the other stewards were equally sad. So none of us is really thinking about selling any of this token. But whenever the price dumps a lot, it just feels like no one is really seeing the work that goes into all of this. I know that's not how these people see it that dump the token, but this is how it feels to us. So maybe it's also a way to raise the token up a little bit and bring a little bit more traction to it, and maybe get some other people involved in governance. Well, Ceci, you want to say a few words about Metopia before we shut this down?
Yes. So I'm going to prepare the proposal for bringing it on chain. And as there has been much positive feedback on the thread, so after that, I think we can. In the meantime, the proposal goes live and everybody votes. We will be coordinating with them how this will be set up with them at Metopia. And I think that will give us also the time enough to see how we can check dynamic NFT that we could give, so people could be like more, I don't know, engaged with the activities and all the quests that they can have. And obviously, everybody here is invited to participate at Meetopia and share it with your friends, and so they can also get on board it. And yeah, that would be it. Also, I was thinking, and I'm going to throw this idea out, because I have seen this like in another wallet, in the Ethereum wallet. They have like a native dynamic NFT, and every time you make a transaction, that dynamic NFT changes. So what I was thinking is, maybe reach out to some wallets already, like Trust, Robbie, MetaMask, I don't know, and maybe integrate that dynamic NFT as a certification with them. So all the transactions that people make there can relate to that certification. But I'm not sure if that could bring any kind of income to the protocol. Do you know that, Stella? Or how could we work around that? Because I think that could be also a really cool thing for people to get engaged.
So right now you think everything that's minted essentially on Unlock, it doesn't show up in the wallet. Is that the problem?
No. I mean like a complete different service. So wallets integrate Unlock with their service. So any transaction that people make at their wallets, that NFT becomes live. So it will change dynamically on every transaction that people make. Would that be something?
Oh, now I get it. Okay. That would be an entirely different conversation to have.
Mm-hmm.
Entirely different. I don't think I'm already working 6 days per week again at Unlock, even though I'm supposed to work 2 days per week. So I don't think I should commit to even more. Let me finish these conversations and negotiations with the chains that I'm having right now before we tap into wallets. Because, the cool thing is that with Kara's community, by the way, Kara's platform, bye, Jill.
Bye,
Thank you.
Jill.
See you soon. Bye. The cool thing with Kara's community, the whole C3 community, right, is that she is using Unlock for everything. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
she's using Unlock for the token gated memberships. She's using Unlock for her events. She's using Unlock for certifications of her courses. Right, like literally what all of this shit is supposed to do, to showcase. And also, I mean, it's freaking free. Like, why wouldn't you want to use it? Right? It makes no sense. So anyways, she's putting a really great use case for all of these things together in her website. And on top of it, it looks very aesthetically pleasing. And I think last week, I was very late to that, but last week, someone from Zerian Wallet gave a presentation there. So I feel like when I have more capacity to actually do that type of outreach, I can reach out anytime. So the only thing is, how do we remember this as a thing? This is the only thing that worries me, because this thought will get lost. Maybe I can put it in our dialogue chat.
Yes.
Note. Yeah, let me add this as a note for future outreach. Transaction based. What did you see? Dynamic NFT based on Unlock contract for wallets. I like the idea because I own 3 NFTs just like this, which based on when they're getting, sent to, wait, how can I pin this? Pin here? Okay. when this gets sent to another wallet, it changes its appearance or / goes one step further into its evolution, right? So it's pretty cool. There's no question about it. It's just, I don't think I can commit to more, and I don't think you can either, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know. But
we're
I'm thinking like in the near future, because I have seen like WalletCon for DevConnect as one of the side events. So I think that could be like
WalletCon.
yes, at DevConnect. So
Can you
that
send
event,
me if does this have an invite, an official, or if you register?
I
Okay,
think we can
that's
apply
but
for.
that's a good timeline, yo. You know, that's a really good
Yes,
timeline. Yeah.
yes,
Okay, we can do that. So let's make sure we figure out the negotiations with the chains until November. So hopefully it can either move further down the production line or it's being canceled, either one of those, right? Then in November, we start focusing on the wallets. Yeah, that's a really good timeline. Also, guys, if you see anything concerning Dev Connect, where you think Ceci or me or anyone else from the DAO who's going to go there should speak, take a place, visit a certain branch of the site events because it's cool or recommendable, then please just put it in the Discord. That would be super cool to do. I mean, we're trying to also get more people to use Unlock for that, but so far it's not been very successful, to be honest, because there's a lot of like Lumaists around. Because Luma is what I will never understand. But that's another topic for another day. Okay. Anything else? Oh, Will, yes. Hands
Okay,
up.
we'll go
Yeah, a
first.
couple things I put in the
couple of
chat.
things.
About 2 new wallets that are AI enhanced. I don't know if you guys are aware of them or not. Dawn and Tomi, TOMI. They're both iOS only. Pretty cool, easy on the
Interesting.
setup. So those types of relationships, I think, would be open to type of integrations that Ceci is talking about. Also, if you guys didn't get the email today, Gitcoin in regards to DevConnect added their speaker applications for showing point. So if you guys are definitely going to be there, that would definitely be something to try and get unlock into. Just saying.
Definitely, I'm going to apply actually after our call is over. That one's I have already open. I wanted to send it to Stacey as well, but I haven't done this. So at least one of us will get to speak for sure. If we're really lucky, we both get to speak. That would be awesome. But yes, that is true.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you, Will. We love you. Anything else?
No. I was gonna say I was going to be on the lookout for side events too, and I'll share for you both.
Please.
I would have been in Argentina for this conference, but sadly now I got exams in a month, and so I need to stay calm. So yes,
but also it's quite a distance for you to fly, you know, isn't it?
It's really not. I should be in Hong Kong in December. Yes, it's not really a distance. I mean, I love to travel a lot, right? So yes.
I mean, you're still young. Maybe that's the difference, you know.
Maybe yes, maybe not. Yeah, I mean, I love to travel. I mean, once I have long distance, I rather prefer to go a straight route than having layovers. Right? I prefer to go 17 hours at a stretch. I prefer to go like 12 hours at a stretch. I mean, long distance kind of travel. I mean, it just tests the in me. So yeah.
like a rabbit pirate. Har, har, har. Oh my god. Okay.
So it just that dog in me, right? Like Ceci just showed us, it does the dog in me. So I'm like, how much can I take even when I'm tired? How much can I and this kind of thing. So I mean, it's been it. So.
It's a battle for endurance. It's a battle for endurance.
Isn't it all?
I mean, Will, you look like someone who's shredded. I don't know. Are you shredded? Do you run a lot? I mean, do you? Do
You're
you do
talking to
those kind of
Stella?
things? Sorry?
No,
You're
he's talking to
Stella?
you.
He's
He's
talking to
talking to
you,
you.
Will.
No, no, Will, yeah, you. No, not Stella. Will.
Will
You
to you.
look.
I look like I'm shredded? There's the gun show, baby. Get your tickets. Get your tickets on Unlocked to the gun show.
Yeah, I can only hope to look shredded at some point. You know, I'm always imagining myself like you know the meme with the Doge that has like a six pack?
Yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah.
That's me. That's my future self.
No,
That's
no,
what I'm
stop.
striving for.
Only
Oh,
Stella has
no,
met
no,
me
that's
IRL, so only Stella can speak faster. How about that?
oh,
There's only one shredded person in the room, actually.
oh.
Yeah, and that's Danny. Danny's the only shredded person in the room.
Daddy, are you shredded?
I saw Danny's photo in the community spotlight.
Daddy,
You
are you
know,
shredded?
That tells us for all.
Danny is a fashionista. Okay, he's a high end fashionista. Number one. Two, like most of the calls you will have to him with 101 happen with upper body naked, so I can confirm some shredding is going on there.
Oh. Daddy, she just.
I'm from the Build Guild, is what you expect. Build Guild, you gotta be built.
Okay.
All right, family.
Oh
Have
man,
a great
should
week.
wait.
Talk to you along the way.
Talk to you guys later.
All right.
All
Bye.
right.
See
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.